New tonight, we now know attorneys representing the boy charged with killing Tate and 3 other students will pursue an insanity defense. Paulette Loftina and Amy Hopp filing this notice with the court yesterday. It's a simple 1-paragraph statement addressed to Oakland County Prosecutor Karen McDonald saying, quote, Ethan Crumbley intends to assert the defense of insanity at the time of the alleged offense, unquote. News of that filing went public as attorney Ven Johnson, representing 3 families impacted by the deadly shooting, was announcing a lawsuit against Ethan Crumbley, his parents, and 6 Oxford High School employees. Ven Johnson was asked about the insanity plea and says this.
When you have somebody that's premeditated and planned what he clearly planned for months and months and months, good luck selling a insanity plea.
Mid-Michigan Now's Mike Woolfolk has more on the lawsuit Johnson is filing and the families he represents now living in perpetual pain.
Tate Myre was a 16-year-old star athlete at Oxford High School. More importantly, his father says he was an all-around good kid who often put others before himself. Buck Myre publicly speaking for the first time now since his son's murder.
He was an amazing, selfless young man, put everybody else first.
Buck Myre speaks about his son Tate, one of 4 students killed in the Oxford High School shooting on November 30th. He's at a news conference with his wife, along with Chad and Megan Gregory, whose son Keegan watched a friend die and thought he was about to suffer the same fate. They're all suing the suspect and his parents, but also 6 Oxford High School employees, 3 teachers, 2 counselors, and the dean of students, contending they didn't do what state law demands and report to proper authorities that Ethan Crumbley was a potential danger to himself and others.
They're going to say, oh, we told the counselors and so we're good. Sorry, I didn't make this law.
Attorney Ven Johnson says the law dictates that police and child protective services should have been notified, and he says the evidence shows Oxford High School had every reason to do that. Prosecutors say counselors met with Ethan Crumbley's parents and asked them to take him home after discovering Ethan's drawings. They declined, and Ethan was sent back to class just hours before the shooting. Johnson says one teacher photographed the alleged drawings, sending Ethan into defense mode.
So now he knows he's busted. So what he did is he went and hid the evidence.
The lawsuit document includes copies of the drawings, one in original form, the other with key elements scratched out and phrases added. Johnson says Crumbley was trying to make them look harmless. For the families, filing this lawsuit is doubly painful, for the obvious reasons, and also because Oxford High just reopened this week.
We're not tone deaf. It's a terrible time to do something like this.
We're fully aware that people will misperceive why we're doing this.
We hope that people really take a look at the child protection law and that we in Michigan start valuing again the health, safety, and welfare of children.
Keegan Gregory survived, and normally we wouldn't use his name, but his parents want his story out. Keegan is not back at school. His mother says he's nowhere close to that yet. Johnson compares it to PTSD and says his parents are getting Keegan help. Applying what Buck Myre says, they will all never be the same again.
The Flint Community Schools remain in remote learning tonight. This happening despite Governor Gretchen Whitmer urging all schools to get back in the classroom. Now, students in the Flint Community School District have only been in class a total of 6 months over the last 2 years. Superintendent Kevlin Jones says the COVID positivity rate of 38.9% in Genesee County as of January 18th. Now, on January 7th, Jones says remote learning would be extended 1 more week. On January 19th, he told parents remote learning would be extended indefinitely. Governor Whitmer, who is pushing for students to be back in class, tells us about a phone call she had with Superintendent Jones today.
Committed to the superintendent that they will have the support of the state health department as they navigate how to address concerns about keeping students safe. I know that that's paramount, but certainly that's one part of what an in-person education entails, and that's why we want to support any effort to make sure that they get back into class as quickly as possible.
Flint Community Schools Superintendent Kevlin Jones releasing a statement in response to Governor Whitmer. He said, quote, Flint Community Schools is committed to returning in-person learning, but we will continue to follow the counsel of our local health experts as we have done throughout the pandemic to ensure the safety and well-being of our school community. We have developed a return to in-person learning plan that is dependent on seeing a decreasing trend line of COVID cases across our community.